Rhea Ripley is out. It's unfortunate, and wrestling fans are justifiably sad. But crowning a new women's champion next week on Raw, as an idea, that's pretty bad.
And here we go.
Is like gravity. All it takes is a little push.
What's up, guys? How you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Glad you stopped by. And if you're brand new, welcome. Grab a seat and stay a while. But do me a couple favors first. Go down and hit that subscribe button. Go next door, ring that bell. Make sure it says all so you know when the next video pops up. Hit that like button. And before you head out, drop a comment. And if you're one of the regulars here, welcome back for another round. I ask that you also hit that like button. And before you leave, drop a comment, because YouTube does love the comments. And of course, share the video out on all social media. Alright, so the next PLE, or Premium Live Event for the WWE, right around the corner. This will be Backlash out in Lyon, France in about 2.5 weeks. So I'm going to get you caught up on my thoughts for this past SmackDown and Raw before addressing what I alluded to in the intro, the big elephant in the room when it comes to the WWE Women's Division, what to do with the Women's World Championship.
And here we go.
So we start with Raw in Detroit, Rock City. Cody Rhodes started off the show greeting the fans as the WWE champion. He made a reference to The Rock going back to last Monday's show, where he basically challenged him for the WWE championship, saying that's in the rear view and we're going to focus on his next opponent going into the Premium Live Event. So we were going to get two triple threat matches where the winners would face each other the following week, and that would determine the number one contender going into Lyon, France. We also, this is a basic promo just saying hi to the fans of SmackDown, because on the 26th and 29th, we have the WWE draft. Cody Rhodes is going back up to where he was on Monday Night Raw. So for this Backlash Premium Live Event, this is really gonna do a lot of short-term stories, maybe tie up a few loose ends. So there's not gonna be a whole lot of overarching stories, except when it comes to the bloodline.
Ah, foreshadowing.
Because later on in the show, Solo Sikoa, Jimmy Uso, and Paul Heyman went by the locker room that was normally occupied by Roman Reigns, and they're not allowed in there. And Paul Heyman said winning and losing has consequences. We skip forward to the show where the bloodline is in the ring, and Heyman is saying there was no one else to blame except Roman Reigns. Cody won. We're not blaming John Cena. He came out in Bloodline Rules. Everything was acceptable. The Undertaker not blaming Jay. Solo interrupts and says losses have consequences. Moves Heyman to the side and looks at Jimmy. Jimmy's like, "Why are you looking at me for? You're not blaming Jay, so I'm in the clear." Solo hugs him, says, "I love you," and then Jimmy is blindsided from behind and attacked. Paul Heyman is in disbelief as his hooded figure is just beating Jimmy down with the help of Solo. The hooded figure pulls the hood back, and it is revealed to be the son of WWE legend Haku. His name is Tama Tonga. So, if Heyman was saying that this was not by orders of the Tribal Chief, who gave the orders for this? Is Solo acting on behalf of The Rock? And is this the beginning of the Bloodline Civil War? Now, we did have the new WWE Women's Champion, Bayley, come out saying hi to the crowd, talking about hinting at a new challenger. Tiffany Stratton walks to the ring, assuming that this is an open challenge and she's going to accept. Bayley said, actually, I was kind of already going to name my next challenge. That will be Naomi. Naomi came to the ring. Tiffany and Naomi argued. This resulted in an impromptu match where Naomi got the surprise win. So next week, Bayley and Naomi will compete for the WWE Women's Championship. I wonder who's going to win there. We then had two vignettes that really stuck out. One, teasing the return of the Celtic warrior Sheamus. Thank God it's about time he came back. Missed that guy. The other, again, in the typical static screen thing where words arranged in a cross-section said, "You forgot about us." Us? Yeah, we know about the teasing of the Uncle Howdy character, but us? Is this the reunion of the Wyatt family, including possibly a soon-to-be returning Alexa Bliss? Now, there were also two squash matches. This was Braun Breaker versus Cameron Grimes. God, Braun Breaker is impressive. And then we had a tag team match between Piper Niven and Chelsea Green versus Bianca Belair and Jade. This match lasted about 2 minutes. So then we come to throughout the show, we also had the two triple threat matches. The first one was Bobby Lashley versus Santos Escobar versus LA Knight. Yeah, LA Knight is the safe choice in this match. LA Knight won. The second match was Kevin Owens, Rey Mysterio, who says he's got another championship run in him. No, you don't. And AJ Styles. AJ Styles got the win here, so next week we're going to have a rematch from WrestleMania 40 between LA Knight and AJ Styles. In my opinion, AJ Styles goes over on this, and we have a reunion of Bullet Club members, AJ Styles and Cody Rhodes, at Backlash.
I could see that.
And now that brings us to Monday Night Raw, where we go just a little bit north, Montreal, Quebec, Canada. The show starts off with Rhea Ripley coming out to the ring. Her right arm is in a sling. And due to the attack from Liv Morgan last week, she is going to be out of action for several months, and as a result, must vacate the Women's World Championship. Rhea said that this is because of her little revenge tour, and would have actually had some respect for her if she just came to her straight up instead of blindsiding her, despite the fact that that's what Rhea Ripley did to Liv Morgan, to put Liv Morgan out of action for several months. So at the end of the segment, Liv Morgan came out to gloat, and security guards had to hold both of them back. Yeah, security guards had to hold little Liv Morgan back. Okay. But later on in the show, the WWE announced that a new champion will be crowned this coming Monday on Raw.
But why?
Now, after we move from that, after being away for 8 months, oh, he is back. The Celtic warrior Sheamus has returned, and he looked great in a victory over Ivar. Looks a little thick, a little muscle, but still looks great. Obviously, he will be going for the Intercontinental Championship at this point. This is the only title that he has not won, and we'll get to the Intercontinental Championship in just a bit. Paul Levesque and Adam Pearce came out to the ring, And they brought out the Awesome Truth, The Miz and R-Truth, to present them with brand new World Tag Team Championship belts. And then to determine the number one contender, they had a triple threat match. The participants are DIY, Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano, the Creed brothers, Brutus and Julius, and the New Day, Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods. Great match as always with these three, with DIY coming out on top. Now, we also in this show had two women's tag team matches. We had Indy Hartwell and Candice LeRae versus Ivy Nile and a much improved Maxine Dupree. Obviously, she's been down in the Performance Center. Her execution was a lot better. Just the smoothing out of it, the transition between move to move still needs a little work. But hey, Maxine, good job on getting some work in. And then we had another tag team match between two former champions, that being Piper Niven and Chelsea Green versus KC2, Katana Chance and Caden Carter. This match lasted 2 minutes.
And moving on.
And then we come to the main event, which was Sami Zayn in his hometown versus Chad Gable for the Intercontinental Championship. As I said, Sami Zayn is in his hometown, so obviously he's going to retain the title. And as the show goes off the air, Chad Gable attacked Sami while he was celebrating with his family and ended up putting him in a vicious ankle lock in between the ropes.
That's truly terrifying.
Now, before we go on, I just want to echo the sentiment of most professional wrestling fans, and that we wish Rhea Ripley a speedy recovery, get well soon, because professional wrestling is just not the same without Rhea Ripley. And that being said, I have been pretty happy with a lot of the decisions that Paul Levesque has been making at the dawn of this new era of WWE. However, crowning a new women's champion next week on Raw?
Yeah, not so much.
Because first and foremost, the women's roster on Raw itself is very thin at the top. And reportedly with Becky Lynch possibly stepping back, going to a more part-time role, and does not have a new contract yet, that top gets even thinner. I mean, you've got Liv Morgan, who was part of this entire incident with the freak accident. It's why we're here. But she is a former champion, a former Money in the Bank winner, runner-up for the last two Rumbles. So obviously she is in that conversation. The other one is Nia Jax, who also, like Liv, is a former champion, and since her return has been doing some of her best work, which was even on display in Perth, Australia versus Rhea at Elimination Chamber. Other than that, as far as the active roster goes, that's it. Now, as far as a former champion who could logically fit in this, she's not active as of right now, but there is still Alexa Bliss out there, and as she is set to return to WWE TV, but all indicators lean on her return being linked with Uncle Howdy and the new Wyatt family. So, as opposed to, say, SmackDown, which is a stacked roster. You got the brand new champ Bayley. You got the former champ Io Sky. You got Dakota Kai, Asuka, Kairi Sane, Naomi, Bianca Belair. When she comes back from the injured reserve list, you got Charlotte in the conversation. And of course, we can't forget Tiffany Stratton. That's 9, right off the top of my head. So you see where the disparity is. Now, if only there was a way to bring some of that talent over to Raw. I mean, that could really help things out. Oh, right. next Friday starts the WWE Draft. And the draft really solves all the problems here because Raw can then load up their roster with talent and move others to SmackDown or NXT. And after Backlash, then set up a mini tournament that would then culminate at the next PLE just 1 month later in Glasgow, Scotland. That will be Clash of the Castle, where the new champion will be crowned.
You see what I did there?
But these are just my thoughts. I'm going to turn it back over to you. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. Check me out tonight with Ryan Legion and Left Eye Ego. Wednesday night is overbooked. And tomorrow, check me out with Roman of the Empire as well, talking about all the shenanigans that happened in this little town last week with the Las Vegas meetup. But yeah, thanks for stopping by, folks. Again, quick reminder before you head out the door, hit that subscribe button, ring that bell. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like the video, hey, thanks for sticking around this long. I appreciate that. I will see you guys all very soon. Hope you're having a great week and have a great rest of the week ahead of you. And always have fun. Hashtag keep talking. And always keep that smile on your face. Toodles.